name is Odey. I'm presenting on dynamics involved in curriculum development. It is a normal thing that we see changes every day. For that reason, since most of the things that are taught are those things that revolve around us, there is need for the curriculum to always be reviewed or changed. That's why we say the curriculum is dynamic. Now, curriculum is gotten from a Latin word, chorus, which means running course or program. There are so many definitions of curriculum. Some analysts see curriculum as a program of study or all the learning experiences for which the school accepts responsibility. That is, anything that is taught in school, either inside the class or outside the class, are all referred to as curriculum. While some other people sees it as a plan for learning. Because of our short time, there are other definitions there, but you have access to the paper on the website. Now we'll move quickly to look at the meaning of curriculum development. It simply means reviewing, developing, or maintaining curriculum. Dynamic nature of curriculum. Now I've briefly touched on that, but I'm going to explain it a little again. We say the curriculum is dynamic because of the changing or series of planned learning experiences. Those things that we do, like the culture, the religion, and all that, they change with time. So the courses also changes and subjects. That is simply why we say the curriculum is dynamic. Now, when we bring ourselves home to technology that we are doing, we discover that as time goes on, technology changes. There are some things that were relevant in the past, but now if people see them, they say, this one is old-fashioned. Nobody needs it again. Even if you want to sell it to somebody for $1, they say, no, I don't need it. So those things, we leave them, and then we change our curriculum to suit the ones that are on ground or that are recent. We look at features of change. Change requires time, energy, and resources. It should lead to improvement. For change to work, it must be supported by individuals. So if you are making change and the change is not making any improvement, then it is not relevant. So when the curriculum is changing, we expect improvement in it. Now we are also going to look at the drivers for curriculum changes, for curriculum change. That simply means those things that instigate or makes the curriculum to change. We have social change, national imposition, political leadership, economic, technology, local needs to cultural changes, environment. I'm going to explain them briefly. Social change. Now look at the beliefs and values of people. They change. So if the curriculum is not changed to suit those beliefs and values, you discover that what people will be learning in school will be irrelevant because you'll be learning things that are not in vogue. When we've changed from a particular style of dressing, a particular style of food, and then we are coming to school to teach people that these are the kind of foods that are eaten by this particular people, you discover that the child will be confused. And that is not what I eat in the house. I eat endomi, I eat rice, and you are telling me of one thing that I don't even know. So it is not done. Now look at the economic. Majorly, we come to school to learn, good. But we also want to learn so that we earn a living. When we learn, we don't just learn and keep it, but you learn so that you'll be able to do something productive, to earn money. So if there is a particular course in the program that you are learning and you are not able to use it for anything, or when you graduate, you cannot earn money, then it is irrelevant. That is what the economy is talking about. Then technology. We all know that technology changes every day. Like in the past, there was nothing like computer studies or computer engineering in schools. But because of the advent of computers, we now discover that it is very necessary to learn about computer, the repairs and all that. So there is need for the addition of computer engineering, repairs, servicing, and all that. Now we also talk about the cultural changes and local needs. We discover that the culture of people will change too. So if the culture changes, the curriculum should also change along with it, so that the new culture or the new beliefs will be taught to students or learners. And finally, we have the environment. The environment can also cause the curriculum to change. Because let's take, for instance, if we have so many deaths in the environment, and then we discover that the environment is polluted and people are sick. Now the government have tried to curtail or to reduce it, maybe by publicizing through the radio or the other medias, and it's not working. You can decide to include it into the curriculum. So you teach students or pupils in school so that they will understand that, okay, littering the environment with deaths is bad. And that is why in schools, elementary class, we discover that they teach recycling and healthy environment practices. Now we also have the types of curriculum change here, which are empirical, rational, normative, re-educative strategies, empower strategies. Because of time, we're not going to explain that, but we're also going to briefly talk about the monitoring and evaluating the curriculum. Now we discover that if we make changes in the curriculum, and then it is not monitored or evaluated, you just make the change and then you go and sit down, you discover that the change you've made might not work, it might not be relevant. So you have to monitor it, you evaluate it to be sure that this change you've made in the curriculum is really productive or working. Monitoring simply means periodic check on the curriculum to find out if what you're really expecting is what is going on. Now, what should we monitor? Monitor the student recruitment selection process, the kind of students that are to run that program. We monitor the teaching staff. Those teachers teaching that program, are they capable? Are they doing it very well? We also have training needs for teachers. Now we discover that teachers are teaching a particular course. Now we've introduced a new course for the teacher to teach. If the teacher is not trained, he might not be able to teach that course. For example, if I'm a teacher of, let's say, mathematics, and we're introducing computer science as a new course, and you call me to come and teach it, you discover that it will be hard. So I have to be trained in that aspect too. Now, we also have the teaching and learning processes. Access to library and other resources and all that, to be sure that you have the equipment that are supposed to be available for the teaching of that particular course. Now we also have methods of monitoring curriculum implementation. They are listed here and they are explained. We have the observation, the feedback questionnaire, focus group meetings or interviews, student assessment result and reports. Then finally, the evaluation is a system of feedback providing information to planners, teachers or trainers, students, parents, and decision makers, so that they will be able to know if the curriculum have any loopholes or any problems, so that they will now effect corrective measures to make the curriculum more reasonable or effective. Why do we need to